Hi, I'm Chris Leader. I'm the president of Leaders Edge Training, and I want to welcome you to our monthly tips. I hope you're going to enjoy them. Feel free to forward them on to anybody on your contact management system. Welcome to this month's tip for mortgage professionals. The topic is, it's much more than just a box of donuts. For years, I owned a real estate office, and I would invite mortgage professionals into our office staff meetings every week. I understood quite clearly the important role that the two of them needed to work together. But often, or most of the time, what I found from the mortgage professionals that came to our office meetings, they always came with three things. They came with a box of donuts, they came with a rate sheet, and they came with a request for more business. And that was basically their unique value proposition. You got to understand that it became very difficult for my sales team to be able to determine who was and who wasn't any good in the mortgage industry. And it usually came down to a reputation and a referral from another agent in our office. Well, I want you to know that this is a great opportunity for you as a mortgage professional to get in front of many referral sources at the same time. I'd recommend that you book an office meeting every week and get out to do a presentation. Your presentation should be kept to a fairly tight timeline. What we want to do is pick some topics that would be of great interest. You know, it's interesting, most mortgage professionals think that the realtors understand what they do, but nothing could be further from the truth. You see, the real estate salesperson understands what happens up to the point where they hand you the file. After that, they have no idea what it is we do. It's a mystery to them. So for you, if you could share with them, you could educate them, you could explain to them, and you could teach them what happens, they would be less likely to micromanage you and would raise your profile in their eyes, and they would see a tremendous amount of value. They would start to see you as the expert, and in the process would send you more business. You know, all real estate salespeople listen to the same radio station, WII-FM. What it stands for is, what's in it for me? What I mean by that is when you do your presentation, make sure you tell them the facts, but also segue to the benefits so they understand why it's important what it is you're communicating. We want you to share your expertise with them. We want you to teach them. We want you to impress them. There are certain ingredients that you could put in that presentation that they would find extremely interesting. For instance, you could explain to them what's involved or what ingredients are required to complete a successful file in the world of finance. You could also share with them the role of an underwriter and what an underwriter actually does in the financing process. We could talk about the alternate options that are available when an A lender has turned down a deal and that what a B or a C lender might look for, and how a B and C lender may charge a little bit more because of the risk that's involved. We could look to teach them about the value of pre-approvals and how important it would be to have their clients pre-approved before they actually took them out to show houses. That way, when the client did decide on a certain house, they would know that the client could afford what it was they're looking for. You could share with them the 4 quadrants of efficient or effective financing, the down payment and why that's important and why it has to come from unborrowed sources. The fact that they have the ability to pay the debt that they're asking for so that they have a nice, consistent, steady income that would suggest to the lender that this is going to be a good person to lend money to. You could talk about credit history and why credit history is so important. The client's ability to demonstrate to the lender that they are willing to continually repay back the money they borrow. And finally, the loan-to-value ratio, or why an appraisal is so important in terms of in the eyes of the lender. There's lots you can teach the real estate community, but please understand that bringing in a box of donuts and a rate sheet is not a value proposition. Sharing your expertise and knowledge truly is, and you will raise your profile in the real estate realtor's eyes by demonstrating your level of expertise. I'd recommend you do a presentation every week and understand that presentations only get better with practice. So don't be too hard on yourself the first couple of times out. It is always going to be a little bit of time till you get that rhythm and cadence with your presentation. I know this is a great way for you to build your book of business.